you want to create a world of wellness, it has to, of course, start with an individual. But first we have to create harmony between the body, mind and soul. All the other aspects of wellness, as Professor Peter pointed out, have to be taken care of. Then that, once I am all right, the world will be all right, the family will be all right. It starts with me as an individual. They see, the family sees when there is a transformation in you, the change in your attitude. You have been coming to Noni, either go and work in the Noni organization where you start the day with prayers and meditation. And then the work culture, respecting for each other, respecting for others. You know the wellness, your wellness means also the others' wellness. Then when you go home after a few days, within the family, your relations feel, what is the change I am able to see in this person? So they may come to know, either you start a spiritual movement or you start a Noni movement, and the family transforms. There is a harmony in the family, peace in the family, love in the family. Then such families become nucleus of the society. Others, neighbors see what is, then they also go into the same thing, whether it's going to the church or temple or gurudwara or mosque, or go to spiritual movements, whatever it is. Ultimately, they adapt some spiritual path of life. Spirituality, all religions ultimately, basically, they mean the same thing. I would see that now most of the damages that are being done is in the name of protecting the religion, protecting God. No God wants to be protected by indulging in violence. I will just see, all the religions say the same thing ultimately. You are born in a religion, by all means be sincere, true. But don't start hating others. There are different ways of living. But ultimately the goal is the same. Whatever is painful to oneself is painful to all beings. This is the golden rule which finds expression in the religious literatures of the world. I'll just give you one line from each of the religions. Mahabharata said, this is the sum of duty. Do not unto others which would cause you pain if done to you. If something is going to cause pain to me, some harsh word from somebody, the same thing will cause to others. So don't do it to others. What will cause pain if done to you? Buddhism says, hurt not others in ways that you yourself would find hurtful. Jainism says, in happiness and suffering, in joy and grief, we should regard all creatures as we regard our own self. Zoroastrianism says that nature only is good when it shall not do unto another whatever is not good for its own self. Confucius says, do not unto others what you would not have them unto you. Almost same words sometimes. Islam says, no one of you is a believer until he desires for his brother that which he desires for himself. Judaism says, what is hateful to you, do not to your fellow men, that is the law. All the rest is only commentary. Christianity says, all things whatsoever you would that men do to you, do you even so to them. That says in scriptures say, Paropakaraya punyaya papaya parapidanam. That is, help to others brings merit. Helping others brings merit. Violence or injury to others brings forth sin. Adi Shankaracharya, in his Prasottara Ratnamalika, raises the question, what is the most glorious of the desirable things in a human being? He says, what is the most glorious of the desirable things in any human being? And he also answers, life consecrated to the well-being of one and all. He says that life that is dedicated to the well-being of one and all is the most glorious of the desirable things of man. That's what Professor Peter has adopted as his philosophy.